Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? Happy Monday, everybody. Start of a new week and start of a week that all of you guys are going to go and start your legacy. That's all I got to say. But the logo's up in the background. Thank you, bro. That's all I'm saying. A lot of content coming for you guys as we are actually officially launching the firm. We're going to have a lot of content coming out for you guys, as well as you guys already know we gave you guys a sneak peek of what me and Mamba are working on to help you guys out besides just giving you funding, which is the futures course, which will be completely free. So stay tuned for that. But we have a lot of info, a lot of good stuff for you guys as we get prepared for launch. So the first thing I want to start off with is letting you guys know that this week is when we are going to be looking to start the OG member presale. I'm going to tell you guys right now that we're going to start a timer for you guys to count down to it. And as the countdown happens, we're going to kind of come on here a little bit before the countdown and then kind of give you guys just once again an outlook of what's included in the OG member presale, what you guys can expect, and then launch it for you guys so you guys can finally get what you want, which is the accounts and everything. So it's gonna be absolutely amazing. So stay tuned for the countdown. We're gonna start the countdown tomorrow, so stay tuned. I can't wait for you guys. And then on top of that, today I'm gonna give you guys the first inside look of the traders dashboard area, which for a lot of you guys, I know you guys want to see. It's really cool. I wanted to actually go in and log in and bring you guys through the whole thing, but we feel like it should be a user experience for you guys to see when you guys get your account. So I'm going to show you guys a little bit, but I'm not going to go through the whole thing because I think once we're actually open and everyone can actually get into their accounts, I'm going to do a whole walkthrough of anything you guys have, because right now it doesn't make as much sense if you guys can't even get in to your own backend for me to walk through it yet, if you guys can't really walk through alongside it, right? So once we actually launch, you guys get your access, you guys can get into your traders area. I will have an AMA where I walk through everything for you guys, where you guys can get all your information at, because there's a lot of cool stuff that's included on the dashboard that's going to my camera's pushing. Camera's kind of pausing. I don't know why. It looks good on my end. Is it pausing for any of you guys? Let me know. It's pausing. Hello. Like even thing. What about it's not happening on your screen? Like if I'm talking right now, it's just lagging. Very interesting. I apologize. Well, guys, one thing also I want to say at the beginning of the stream, before some of you guys do maybe try to filter out, at the end of this is going to go right into live trading Asia session with Mark. So for anyone who is this still going right now? A little framey, dang, hasn't happened before, so I don't know. Maybe I should have restarted my computer before. I've been recording a bunch of stuff on the computer today, guys. So just pausing. Interesting. Okay. We'll have that fixed before next time. I might just be lagging a bit, but this is all being recorded, so this will be uploaded to the YouTube as well, as long as the other AMAs. Oh, I gotta say also, guys, who here was on the AMA when I went through my session liquidity strategy, and then who saw what I sent the day after of what ended up happening? Do you guys see that? It was just funny because obviously I broke it down the day before. We went over exactly how I use that confluence as session liquidity to get entry types, but also use it as exit types, where then the next day you guys saw literally exactly what we went over, played out to the T. It was awesome. Did you catch it? No, I was traveling. I don't know if you guys saw, but I went traveling. I went to Arizona this whole weekend. I usually don't even trade Fridays as well, but I just want to show you guys the strategy because I use it all throughout the week, but I actually went into the day before, showed you guys what I'd be looking for on that pair, how I use it, and then the next day it happened. But like I said, I was on the move. But a lot of you guys sent me profits you guys did make using the strategy, not even just on that one setup, but you guys can go apply it to any single pair, and you guys are going to get good results with it, right? To me, it's how the market moves. You're going to get a lot of good confluences as to where you think price may go due to the reactions in certain areas, right? Awesome, guys. So I'm going to give you guys a quick, like I said, quick look inside of the trader's dashboard. It's all I can show you guys as of now. get you guys a little excited, and then I'm gonna go over the trade I took for this morning to help you guys out a bit, backtest a bit. And like I said, I want to be able to be here, answer you guys questions about Legacy, and also give you guys education to help you in your trading. So the updates on Legacy, guys, starting tomorrow, we're going to be giving you guys a countdown of when you guys can expect the pre-sale launch to happen. Once that happens, you guys can go back into other AMAs and we talk about what's included in the OG member pre-sale. But if you guys do decide to become an OG member at the beginning, helping us out, supporting us from the beginning, and you guys get an account, you guys are not only going to get 20% off the account, you guys are going to get put into an exclusive group within the Discord that's completely private. You won't be able to see it, obviously, if you're not an OG member. Inside there, you guys can expect more education, private calls with me, Mamba, a lot of the other educators, as well as one of the things I think is you're saving money by doing it early, because not only we're going to do the education and stuff, but we're going to give you guys access to exclusive discounts, which means, like, let's say we're running a 10% code, site wide all across Legacy, right? Well, we're going to go into the private section that only OG members can see and give you guys your guys' own exclusive code that will obviously beat the code that's already going on. So in the long run, if you guys are planning on, which you obviously should be, continuing trading with Legacy, you guys are going to save money in the long run becoming an OG member at the beginning. There's going to be a bunch of benefits throughout, right? So it's going to happen at the beginning. A question also people asked was like, oh, once the pre-sale ends, can we still become an OG member? No, that defeats the purpose, right? Like, if you didn't buy the pre-sale, become an OG member, and then we launch and then you buy an account, that's not technically a part of the OG member pre-sale. So you guys are gonna have to wait. It's not like we're gonna open it back up the week after or anything like that. It's probably gonna be a while until we give the opportunity. So I always say, don't have FOMO and join the gang, right? Been waiting. I know exactly. So I appreciate you guys. We appreciate you guys for waiting patiently. That's why we keep giving you guys hints, showing you guys, while also still giving you education. I mean, who here has been loving the what's it called? Trading all sessions, like live trading inside of here. We have New York session open with Chris. We have Asia with Mark, and then we have London with Nick. It's been absolutely amazing, guys. Like, the amount of value and stuff you guys have been getting here is amazing. So I hope you guys have been taking advantage, because obviously it's completely free. This Discord, it includes so much like knowledge that you guys, I think it's hard to get elsewhere, right? Everyone here is really committed, trying to become better traders, pushing each other, but also, like I said, we all have the similar goal of becoming that trader that we all want to become, right? Love trading with, yeah, I love it. Awesome, guys. It's so great. So I'm glad you guys are enjoying the live sessions. Take advantage of it, guys. Those are there for you guys to gain knowledge, gain as much knowledge as you guys can every single day. Ask questions to the educators, get feedback, and then, while you're watching them live trade, you guys are, it's for educational purposes, is for you guys to actually gain an edge and be like, you know what? I've seen him now execute this trade this many times. I'm getting more familiar with it, which, you guys can possibly go and get those trades on your own. That's the whole point, right? We have a live trading session today. Yes, right after this, guys. So I'm obviously doing the AMA right now, but as soon as I end this, I'm not going to end this. If you guys just stay on this call, I'm going to have Mark join the call and continue the call with you guys, and he will be live trading with you guys starting in like 15-20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Is Mark here? Let's see. No, he's not here yet. Yeah, but he's gonna be here in a little bit, guys. He's just waiting for me to do the AMA. Hold on, let me do this one more time. I'm gonna say, yo. Cool. All right, guys. Who here is ready to see the little inside look on that dashboard? Oh, you lagging hard? What? On my end, like you guys will see this recording back because I do have it all recording and having my screen recording. Maybe it's because I have the OBS running, but it didn't happen last time. It hasn't happened before. Let me turn my camera off. Not sure. Hopefully not share my screen. Luca, when do you want your I is just visual, not audio, so it's fine. Interesting. All right, guys. Well, here we go. I'm gonna give you guys a sneak peek on this. Let me know first off when you guys can see my screen fully. Put some 41s in the chat if you guys can see. Sweet. You guys see all yourselves. All right, guys. So, like I said, once we're fully open and you guys have access to your own trader's dashboard, I would do a whole other walkthrough with you guys to show you where things are, how you guys can navigate around it, and obviously answer questions. But because I was gonna kind of do it today, but I don't think because you guys can't get into it, you can't really follow along and go into your own and have questions and stuff. So all you guys gotta wait is for another, it's very soon, guys. So what that will show you is right here. Picture we have that you guys will see on the website, which is that's why we're like, might as well show you guys. But this is what your metrics will look like in your backend. It'll obviously have your name, your balance, your start date, your current rank, what platform you're at, obviously, and then obviously have the equity curve of how well you're doing. If you're up, if you're down, you can see here. It actually will, calculate your equity as well as the balance, because if you guys don't know what, oh, you lost the screen, not bad. Wait, no, it's just the screen's there. You guys still be able to, you're good? I see it, okay, cool. So you can see here, the amount of trading days, the consistency score, so you guys will actually be able to, a lot of you guys have questions of, oh, Luca, the consistent, like having to follow it, not really understanding what it exactly means and stuff. So this will make it super easy for you guys to follow along. Max loss limit, profit target, trading objectives, obviously have all of your guys' info and stats in here, which is absolutely amazing. And in here, you guys can obviously go where you guys will have your certificates. So if you guys don't know about the plaques, I have mine right here. I'll grab it in a second. But for those who do participate in the OG member presale, a lot of you guys are going to be receiving plaques with your guys' name on it once you guys get funded or once you guys get a payout and that type of stuff, and get your name on a plaque. But how you'll do that is you'll get your certificate from inside here. So you can see in here as well where you guys' payouts will be. So when you guys are eligible for a payout, you guys will go into your guys' payouts, click withdraw. It'll show how much you're eligible for, all type of stuff, and it makes it super seamless to be able to withdraw. A lot of you guys have probably used Rise. Everyone here used Rise, right? So you guys will be able to withdraw right into your guys' bank account. Crypto as well, but you guys will be able to use Rise as your guys's, preferred platform to get your guys' payouts. Competitions will be coming too, guys. So I want to do competitions all throughout the website. Throughout Legacy, there already is stuff going on in here. Competitions when it comes to like poker, you guys can win accounts and all that type of stuff. But I want to do it even more, which having actual competitions, which is trading competitions, and the winners of those will receive a bunch of cool prizes, guys. The type of prizes we're talking about, like behind the scenes, guys, with the team are going to be absolutely insane. Like, you guys think the OG member perks is cool? Just wait until we run some competitions and what we give to what we give to the winners. I honestly think it's a good thing because this was you guys like the dashboards? I'm gonna have to get it right. Awesome. Guys, so put some W's in the chat if you guys are enjoying the dashboard. There's a lot more into it too, guys, when I actually go in and click through it with you guys. That'd be pretty cool. The color scheme is sick. Yeah, well, the cool thing about the color scheme as well, guys, is that there's going to be, you guys see up here in the right corner where it shows the dark and the light. So you guys will actually be able to turn this, you guys will be able to turn this into no screen, my bad. You guys will be able to turn this in, like up here in the corner. You guys see we'll have your name, your profile. Right here we'll have your keys to log into your account. And then up here where it shows the light and dark mode, that you actually can turn it into light if you guys like want all this to be white, right? I like it darker. I have it like, you guys have seen my trade and view screen. You guys see how I keep it on my socials and everything. I like it darker, but you guys will be able to trade or change from light to dark, which I think is a really cool feature. I just think it all looks very cool. You know what I'm saying? Right. Nice. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, guys. Now let me know if you guys can see my screen here on TradingView. Let me know. Let me know. Awesome. All right. So one thing I want to get into, guys, is a lot of you guys had a question about my trade from this morning. So the markets were, I would say, during New York session were very slow, low volatility, and didn't really lead to bigger pushes that we see a lot more often during New York session open. A lot of people got caught in a lot of fake outs. They lost their trades, and they were curious how I was able to capitalize. And I'll even say like my trade, I had a good, obviously, confluence for it. It played out for what I wanted, but it did not continue in the direction completely all the way up that I wanted to. It was a really chop day, and I'm going to go over basically what I was looking for, how you guys could have capitalized on it. So hopefully maybe you guys can catch it in one of the coming days. What up, Nix? Guys, Nix is, you guys already know, we talked about it a second ago, but Nix goes live during London session. He called a winner for you guys last night. If you guys were on the stream, it sounds like a lot of you guys were there to make some money with Nix, which was totally amazing. Caught 2 bangers last night. What? 2? Who the heck is this guy? Awesome, guys. All right, so let's replay price and see what I was presented with, what I got into, and how you guys maybe could have capitalized. Let's go in here to like 625. So this is what I was looking at, guys, as I was leading into New York session open. I was sitting here, I was looking at the overall market structure, and one thing that obviously isn't ideal when it comes to trading open is when price is already breaking out at open, right? Like it's not really consolidating and leading to somewhere where then if the highs or lows gets pushed past, you can expect a break. So as of now, when I saw price come in, I off the bat was telling my entire people I was trading with that, you know, I'm waiting for basically a bigger support to form, and especially with the resistance, right? The resistance I see right now is up in this area, but that obviously is far away. Whereas like if price kind of came and maybe went like this, you can maybe take the buys above that newfound resistance to continue price up there. So these are all the things that are going in my head. And I go, all right, well, what's my higher time frame bias of where I think price is going to possibly continue to? So you kind of zoom out, and you guys already know, if you guys don't know how I like to trade, one of the confluences I go with is just what's the trend, right? Like I like trading with the trend because more often than not, it's going to lead to bigger moves than trying to counter trend trade, which means that like, you know, like for the, like in this example would be like, would you rather catch this many buy, right, in the counter trend, or catch like the sell for the continuation, right? So even though this was short-term kind of bearish here, the one thing that I was looking at is, you know, what direction is, you know, am I thinking price going to continue in? I think bullish. So as I was kind of coming down and looking at current price, I was like, I can see 2 things. Maybe, just maybe, we'll form this support, kind of come and retest and continue lower, or we could hold this low and we're actually filling this gap and taking out these lows to potentially continue back up in the overall direction. So if you look, you guys can see we had a big gap from over the weekend that we jumped up, tried to move higher, and now we were retracing to the gap. But not only to the gap, but we also held the gap. Like we came and held it, swept the low at New York session open. And at this point, I was really just like looking at price action. So I came to the 1 minute, I found my lows in here, And as of now, all I'm seeing is this high created on this lower high that led to a low. So the one thing that was in my mind is, what was the one thing I keep telling you guys that I think really drives the market? What is it? Tell me in the chat. Hey, you're a cheater. Liquidity. So liquidity makes the market move, guys. It's orders, it's money. Like, what makes the money, market move? Liquidity. So when I'm thinking of where liquidity is sitting, that's gonna be, for me, like my first target for New York session is like, all right, New York is really I'm thinking like, you know what, New York's opening with really low volume. It's kind of consolidating, like all this type of stuff. If I was in maybe a trade before session or anything, where would my stop loss be? So when I came out to the 30-minute, all I saw was when we came down here, we made a slight lower high to lead to a lower low. So obviously, if you're, some traders like trade just a breakout, because like I technically wait for a break. I just wait for some sort of confluences sometimes before the break. So here, in my head, I'm like, you know what? This was a perfect lower high. Screen, my bad. Thank you guys. My bad. So right in here, I'll get rid of this for now. Right in here, I'm thinking, all right, we made a lower high and now we're pushing past lows. If I was a breakout seller, especially on like the 15, 30 minute, all type of stuff, I would be getting into these sells, trying to like fill this gap and maybe like retest these lows over here, right? But if I was a seller in this area, where would my stop loss be? I would say above this lower high, right? Because above here, there's no really good market structure. Like, of course, if you wanted to go all the way above this high, but that's making you have a 110 point stop loss compared to, what was it before? 45, right? 45 is even large, obviously, for a trader like myself, but that's not bad for someone who's trading on the 15, 30 minute. A 45 point stop loss on a pair like NASDAQ, of course, US 30 is gonna be a little bit more, but simply, I'm like, you know what? We made a lower high. I was like, all right, we simply made a lower high, made a lower low. Sellers are getting in here and their stop losses are sitting above. So all I got to understand at this point is going to a lower time frame, right? Like understanding that like this is where sellers are getting in and thinking, all right, now we found a new low right here. Oh, sheesh. This to me is in like a more valid level of support because we broke out, we held this low like twice, which is kind of to me creating a double bottom, which is like, it sounds funny to say, but like the support is supporting. You know what I'm saying? Like the support is literally showing that it is supporting. So come back over to, guys. Price action showing me it's kind of holding. We already swept lows, which to me, whenever I see highs or lows being swept, I think of liquidity being taken, which could lead to a reversal. So because, like I said, we melted from this high to this low with no pullback, I'm like, you know what? If we really do hold in this area, we could get into buys and play this kind of like retracement back up and maybe aim for these highs. Because I once again said that people who are on the higher time frame are selling right now and their stop losses are sitting above. So if we need liquidity, which is orders, where are we probably going to go? I'd say up to here. So the last thing I waited for, guys, is I'm going to get rid of this because we already know that the sellers are in. What I waited for personally now is price ends up going and breaking structure to the upside. Up here. Sorry, now New York's open. So the reason why I didn't do it up and down here, guys, is New York wasn't open yet. So newfound support down in this area, right? And now we're getting the break to the upside. So I did not take the first initial break because I was like, you know what? I want to see a closure and see, like, we could easily, I went over this in the last AMA as well, is that we could break, like, take the high, but also continue lower because, like I said, is that this, made a lower high, broke a lower low. We could retrace a little bit up and then continue lower. So I didn't get in right away on that first push. It kind of came down a little bit like that. And you guys can see what ended up happening a like 1, 2, 3, basically like a fourth or a fifth rejection to the downside, where I was like, you know what? If we don't sweep this low and we have volume pushing back up in this area, I think this is a very valid level where then we could take it to where we think stop losses are sitting, which is what? Above the lower high. So we're buying up into where I believe there are stop losses sitting, which is liquidity. So after the support continued to, the support is supporting, what ends up happening? We support it again and get our first break of structure back up. Ooh. My bad. Got our first kind of break back up into here, and what ends up happening? I mean, like this is basically where I got into. It reversed like a little bit. Like it went up in the profit, kind of came down. And once again, low volume. So we kind of came down, stayed in, all this type of stuff. And then guess what? Target hit. Not necessarily yet, my bad. So this the area got hit. We're still in, still holding. But guess what? The highs haven't been taken out. So when I draw this line, guys, this is literally my TP. I like, even when we got super close to TP, I kept holding. I was telling everyone, I was like, bro, of course we got that close and whatever. We come back down, can't help it. But that is where I believe price is going to continue to, because I believe there are sellers whose stop losses are sitting right above there. So I stayed in the trade, almost got that last little push as well. And then finally up into here, guys, is where I ended up closing the majority of my position. Reason being is that this trade took me 30 minutes. This usual price action for, 33 points usually doesn't take that long. So for it to take this long to get to the highs, we then took out the drawn liquidity above. That to me gave me enough confluence to close a majority of my position. I did leave some running and the rest did end up hitting me break even. But you guys can just see that like having a plan and sticking to it is so important, because I had the plan of understanding, all right, we've already swept these lows. We keep holding this low. Where is liquidity sitting above this lower high? Boom. I'm going to get into buys, fill this, come up, take out these highs. After that happens, price then at that point, like there's liquidity in two areas, because like the liquidity got taken above. So now there's probably buyers who push price up, whose now stop losses are sitting below these lows, which is where ours were, right? So I just want to say it's really important to have a plan and stick to it. If you guys, if you guys have a bias, you guys are like, you know what, I'm getting into this trade because I believe that price is going to this level, and then you get to this level, what do you think? You got to get out. What you guys think about that? Find the areas in the market you guys, think liquidity is sitting, getting into your trade, holding it to those certain levels that you're waiting for the reaction. Right on point, solid, yes sir. Market structure is key, but then also just figuring out where is liquidity sitting, guys. Where is liquidity sitting? We'll explain. What's up, Carlos? What's up, my G? Market likes to edge. Yo, why do you enter a bit earlier? It goes into what I said where, like, let me replay price. And once again, this kind of comes with experience, but on this, if you're talking about this break of structure originally, like, to me, whenever price, let's say, is in a downtrend like this, there's times that price will like be like, lower low. My bad. Screen. My bad. There is times that price will go like to the high, lower high, or like lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, like all this type of stuff. But then guess what? Like there's often times that price will like do something like this just to take out this high, right? Where a lot of people think that then this is the place to buy it right here. My bad. I don't know why it does it, guys. I really have no idea. A lot of people will try to get into these early buys right here, but really what it's doing is really just like retesting up in this area potentially to continue lower, right? So there's two things that can happen: is we're either going to come up and like fly, which like you miss out on or whatever. We could come down and make another lower high, continuing this trend to stop you out. Or what you could wait for is price to break, kind of retest, show that we're like supporting, and you get in down in here, expecting the rally back up. So you're getting in down over here basically. Extra confirmation. Because what could happen here is this comes down and stops you out, but instead you're waiting, seeing what it's going to do. Dang, the support is supporting. And it's funny to say, like, the support is supporting, but like literally, like you could see when a level of support is being valid, like it's holding. Right? Everyone in the chat right now, tell me what's your guys' favorite pair to trade. What does everyone here enjoy to trade? US 30, MNQ, NAS, US 30, DAX, Golden NAS, US 30, NAS. Thanks, everyone here is either back and forth. We got one UJ trader here. The one thing also, guys, is, it's no secret that a lot of people know Mamba FX has come from Forex. Of course, I got started in Forex. I obviously have made a switch over. I enjoy futures a lot more now, especially when it comes to the prop space. But the reason I bring that up is a lot of you guys think that when it comes to futures, you guys can't trade any pairs. Well, that's not true. There are certain pairs you guys actually can trade on the futures account. Euro USD, a lot of them, German indexes, all that. Rice. Literally rice, wheat. I didn't know that. Yeah, like for example, like 6E or 6E. 6E is what you guys would type in if you guys wanted to trade Euro USD, right? So similar how like if you guys are used to calling like US 30 instead of YM, like if you guys don't know, like YM is technically the symbol for US 30. Well, similar to here, like this symbol is 6E, but it's gonna have the same price action stuff as Euro USD. So I don't know if you guys didn't know that. Don't know if you guys didn't know that, but it's what we're here for. Miguel, you ever traded rice? YM is US 30. What about NAS? NAS is just NQ. YM is US 30, and then NQ is NASDAQ. And then when you guys see MYM or MNQ, that's changing it from mini to micro. That sucks. It always gets me confused. I never knew US 30 was DJI. Yeah. Well, you got to think like Dow Jones Industrial, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? The more you know. No, there's some others as well. We have a full list that I'm going to go over with you guys to make sure you guys all are aware of what pairs there are, how to trade them, obviously, what the names are, and make it really as seamless as a transition for you guys to know how and what to trade. So many names. Yeah. At the end of the day, guys, it's still price action. You guys are using similar strategies, going crazy. I believe in all you guys. You guys are all killing it. Like, look at this. All I got to say is that, it's the power of numbers, where if you guys think about how many traders there really are and how many traders actually end up successful, it's the ones that try harder, show up, put in the extra work, and out of a lot of traders I know, guess what? You guys are the ones here doing more work than 99% of other people. Why? Because you guys actually took time out of your day. You guys show up to the AMA. You guys are sitting, listening to my strategy. A lot of you guys, like, what made me happy is that, like, last time I did that call, guys, and I gave you guys the full session liquidity strategy, is you guys didn't just, like, sit there and watch it and we're like, oh, yeah, that's pretty cool, like, whatever. A lot of you guys literally that same day went and applied it, got results, or when back tested it and sent me screenshots and stuff. Like that's what's separating people who really want it and people who are just like, you know what, kind of just trading for fun. You know what I'm saying? 9:30 for me and still gonna trade with Mark. Let's go. Salute. Yeah, guys, when Mark hops on here, we'll get into it. So once again, guys, as I always say, is that even if you guys come on to these live trading sessions, it's not just for you guys to just full pour and copy trades. No, it's the education behind it, turning you guys all into better traders. You know what I'm saying? Let us see that rolling motivation. Blue face. Ooh. I love this one. It's so pretty. The blue. You guys can see the fluted bezel. Swimming. West Nile Rolly Avalanche. Yes, sir. I think I have another one right here, too. Ooh. Happy Jewelers box. Actually, no, now I'm just flexing. Enough with all that. Enough with all that. Oh, but one more thing. For people who have not seen the plaque, let me get... For those who are not aware, this is when we keep talking about these plaques or getting your guys' names on these plaques. This is what we're talking about. These things are so fun. Yeah, the plaque is the real flex. Exactly. Like, you guys know what it's like when you're just chilling at home and someone comes through and they just see this on your desk? You know, certificate of achievement of a payout of what? And then everyone who sees this, like, that achievement of what? And they start treating you weird. No, I'm kidding. Not actually, though. It's so funny. You put your name on a plaque, everyone takes you more seriously. Payout for this, you know what I'm saying? Ultimate motivation. I'm gonna get one for sure. Yes, sir. Are you gonna teach us how to use the platform and how to trade in futures, also how to execute an entry? Yes, sir. We're gonna have, guys, like a whole free course. Not even just a couple. I mean, there's gonna be YouTube videos as well. I mean, I wish that, you know, you guys will see it, but a whole website devoted to the free course for you guys. And when I mean free, we mean free. Like, have you guys seen, like, when's the last time Mamba sold a course, right? Like, he's always done, like, his free app is free, right? Like, he always loves giving you guys free videos. Of course, if you guys want to hop on Zooms with him and live trade and stuff, but that's different. Like, when it comes to courses and information and strategies and breakdowns and stuff, come on now. Can you break down contracts? I will break down more in contracts once you guys have your OG member sales. Reason being is that like similar to Forex, how like lot sizes will kind of like differ based upon your how big and stop loss your pips, you know, or pips are, or how, you know, what the contract size is or whatever. Same thing with futures is that there's different values per tick for different pairs. You know what I'm saying? So in futures, basically price gets measured in increments of ticks, which is 0.25 increments, where it's like 4 ticks equals 1 point, right? Where each tick for each pair has a different value. So let's say it's $9 a tick, right? So you obviously know that 4 ticks times $9, like, you just do the math for that. So one thing we're also going to do is not only show you guys how to do the math, how to get that, but also like kind of like a cheat sheet, right? Like a sheet that's going to show, dang, all right, well, I have this size stop loss on, you know, YM. All right, I should probably use, all right, I should use this contract size. Chris trade this morning was fire. Awesome. Yeah, guys, like I said, New York session, Asia session, London session, trading in here for free, killing it. We love to see it. We love to see it. The plaque is a conversation starter. Well, it's more of like a, like, Mama, I made it. Mama, I made it. But guys, I'm gonna reiterate, go over it one more time for people who may have jumped on a little bit after. We're gonna be giving you guys an update tomorrow when it comes to the countdown to the pre-sale, so you guys can get ready. Countdown, countdown, countdown. From there, the first thing is going to be the OG member pre-sale. You guys will all get access to the special channel. You guys will get badges next to your name. It's gonna be awesome. No fake guys. Time. Come on, you gotta get you guys on the edge of your seats a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready today. I know you can't rush greatness though, guys. At the end of the day, it's all strategic. I know it sucks that like in the moment you're like, well, I just want all this type of stuff. But think about long term of how long this firm will actually be open, the type of stuff you'll be able to achieve. And like I always say, you can't rush greatness. It's as simple as that. Not rush greatness. You risk 1% on 100K account, 1K per trade. You can't lose 3 trades in a row because of 3%. Drawdown, right? Yeah, so for a lot of people who are unaware how like futures firms work and stuff, I mean, you guys can look at ours compared to a lot of other ones. People keep trying to say like, oh, this rule, all this type of stuff. Guys, not only are a lot of the rules industry standard, but we've actually beaten them, right? Like someone was asking if we have 50% payouts. It's like, no, we have like the lowest payout you're going to get is a 75%. With the elite accounts, it starts at 90%. Like starts at 90%. Now you have to work up to 90%. It starts at 90%, right? So there's things like that. Lowering the profit target, all this type of stuff, guys. At the end of the day, we want to see profitable, strategic, consistent traders. And then hopefully like our goal that I want to like, I don't know if you guys know, but one of my goals for the longest time when I first got into trading was starting kind of like a hedge fund, right? And a prop firm is similar to a hedge fund, but it's like you have traders under you instead of you trading for everyone else, right? Which is really cool. Like I take this super seriously. I want this to be a business, guys. Like I want to run legacy for the next freaking ever, right? Like this is the beginning of something I want to become huge. Think about how long you guys have seen these other firms in the industry. That's going to be us, and you guys are going to be here from the beginning. It's going to be so cool because some of you guys are going to have like an OG badge and be here from the beginning, but you guys are like, driving around and freaking, you know what I'm saying? Like you guys are already profitable, whatever. Okay, so tomorrow for Bobby Axelrod. If you know, you know. Ah, dude, I actually loved that show. That show was so good. That's Billionaires or something like that, right? Goal is to be an educator for legacy or NLT. I love that. Guys, that's the whole thing too, is a lot of you guys who are here from the beginning who become profitable. I mean, here's another thing. I don't know if I said this on past AMAs, but for those of you guys who do get payouts, who are often active inside the chat, who are actually growing as traders over time, we're going to be interviewing you. We will have your interview on the YouTube, do follow-ups, in-person events. Like it'll be so cool to follow you guys along your journey with legacy, so that it does get to a point where if you've been around, you have results, the people like you. Maybe you guys will become an educator one of these days where it'll be live trading with Miguel during New York. You know what I'm saying? You guys never know. We could, filter people in and all that type of stuff. Like I want to see all of you guys win a ton with the group. Like that's the whole thing, right? W, yes sir. I love that. It all starts with one person, guys. It all starts with one group, one person taking that first step. It's the biggest. That first step's the biggest, but it leads to, the path of greatness, the start of your legacy. And then, guys, who wants another AMA with Mamba? Who's ready for that? Who wants to get Mamba back on this? Yes, sir, Cody. First OG member. I love it. So you guys see Cody's name, how it's green in the chat where everyone else's is blue? That's one of the identifiers as OG member. One of the things that we're adding is going to be a badge next to your name. So not only will you guys have a cool green name within the Discord to stand out, but you guys will also have your guys' badge as well. Big W's. Yes, sir. So dope. Yo, RJ in the building. What up, Rudy? Lights on? I'm kidding. Guys, so what's it called? Mark's gonna be here in a second, guys, to be live trading with you guys. So you guys can go learn something, get educated, make some money. But is there any other question you guys have about Legacy, guys? I gave you guys an inside look at the dashboard. We're gonna go over the dashboard once you guys have your accounts and can actually go into your account, so I can point out where you guys can navigate and find things at. The full challenge packages, guys, are now on the Instagram. It's on the website as well. 50, 100, 150K accounts, max funding 450K, which is, 3 accounts. But guys, you got to think, with 450K, you guys can do some damage. And I'm going to reiterate also, this actually, I meant to bring this up at the beginning, but anything you guys see also, of course, when we launch hard, we're going to keep the same rules and all this type of stuff. But you guys are here at the beginning. We are so willing to navigate and change with you guys. If you guys say, you know what, we want this a little bit like this, guys, we already did that for you. After we showed you guys the first go at challenges, there is something that you guys want to change. Boom, change. There you go. Better for the trader, right? When is Legacy open and can I talk with you in the DMs? Guys, my DMs are always open. I might not get right away, but if you guys send me a DM, there is times when I'm free that I go through and I accept ones. Okay, my thing is this also, guys. Don't just message me saying hey, because I'm not going to respond and then say hi, and then you respond and say what's up. Just message me with the question. Hey, Luca, I want to ask, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of you guys are just messaging me hey, and I'm sorry, it's like what, what you want to hear. The OG program is additional money. No, it's technically cheaper. You become an OG member by buying an account, and you're buying an account at a discount, becoming an OG member. So technically, it's cheaper. Send a send a pic saying you'll pay my light bill. No, I'm really good. Words you might get a son to be message. No, Miguel. Unfortunately, that's where you get blocked. No, I'm totally kidding. No, guys, like always at me in the chat. You guys can message me separately, but you guys would be so surprised the amount of questions and stuff you guys can ask to people inside of the Discord already to help. There's so many people. You know what I'm saying? No, I know you haven't messaged me. I'm saying there's a lot of people who have the, and those message me saying hey or hi. And it's like, I never know if it's going to be serious or not. And I don't want to open the conversation and get it more flooded in my stuff than before. But, and then guys, backtesting sessions, also, who here in the chat know, or like, I guess, what would the question be? Who here in the chat backtests? Put a 41 or put a 1. Okay, but now my question is, who here in the chat put a like a 7? Put a 7 if you guys have don't know how to backtest and want to learn how to, like, properly. Don't be afraid. Drop those 7s. Exactly. Cool. So we're gonna have backtesting sessions as well. I might do some. We got Cypher here as well. Cypher will, he's a G when it comes to backtesting. Super data driven. I'm super data driven, guys. At the end of the day, I love numbers. If you guys think about trading, you try to break into numbers won't lie to you. There's so many times, there's so much past data that'll show you what's occurred in the past and that might reoccur in the future. That's the whole thing, obviously, that we look for over and over again and stuff. But we will be implementing backtesting sessions, guys, showing you how to really do it so you guys can really not only develop a strategy, but collect data, learn from your data to gain the edge. And I keep saying it, but like, you guys don't really know what you're doing wrong in your trading yet until you guys can identify it, right? And identifying it comes to data. So that's it. You know what I'm saying? All right, guys, last minute questions before we get the boy Mark on the stage to start live trading for you guys. Last minute questions. 150K would be 135. I have to check what it is, because you guys got to think you're also going to get a discount. So if that's including the discount, then yes. But if not, then Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you guys so much. I'm so excited. I'm going to take one more video of the chat right now. I'm going to say it right now. Spam some freaking W's in the chat if you guys are ready for Legacy. Spam some freaking W's in the chat if you guys are ready for Legacy. Come on. All these people ready to be an OG member. Guys, I cannot wait. The wait is almost over. I appreciate y'all for those W's. Oh, yeah. Go. I'm super excited, guys, to be here with you all. Watch you guys take your guys' first step towards starting your legacy. Legacy is something that, you know, carries on beyond you guys, right? We all, you know, everyone dies, but not everyone lives. I'm ending it with that. Everyone dies, but not everyone lives. Well, just know we're going to teach you how to live on this side of legacy. Let's go. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate y'all. Thank you guys so much for coming. I'm going to re-announce the AMA coming soon with Mamba. Stay tuned tomorrow for the countdown. And then, guys, stay tuned for live trading now with Mark during Asia. I appreciate you guys. W's in the freaking chat. You guys are the best. And let's go.